Okay, so we are back and we're going to be doing some grinding, some sanding, all kinds of good stuff to level this out. So what we have off the gate, let's see. We got a 1/4 inch thick grinding wheel, DeWalt's for metal, all sorts of good stuff. I have a masonry one because sometimes they work, masonry type grinder sometimes works really well for good hard steel. We also have our cheap ass Hazard Fraught 3x21 belt grinder with a 36 grit Diablo sandpaper on there, and that actually, believe it or not, works very well, and that's probably what we're going to finish this off with, is with that grinder, or that belt sander, excuse me. And then we have some various grits, flat discs that we're going to try out and use a little bit, but should be good, should be fun, should be good and fun. Let's see, that's 120 grit. Don't want that. That's too smooth. Now, what did I just do right there? Yeah. Whole idea is just to get this work down, and yes, we have a ton of grinding to do, but I figured I was going to have a ton to do, and I know I'm going to have some patchwork to do with the welds, but I kind of want to get down to a working level that I'm looking for, and then we can go through and do that. We got to get our copper pounded out of there where we did our cold shield for when we, so basically you take copper, you put it down where you don't want your weld to stick, and it works very well. Saves you a lot of filing and grinding in the long run. But let's see. So as you can see, it's going to take a while. Now this hammer, the ball peen on here, trying to hold this as light as I can so you guys can see this bounce. We're not even getting a mark from that hammer hitting it, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to get you guys in the time lapse because we're going to be here grinding on this thing for a long, long time. So stay tuned and I'll catch you at the end of it all. All right, so I often have some goofy ideas, and I was going to end this video, you know, the close out with I had the ending already shot. It was just going to be grinding, and you know that's chintz in the system. That's why you're not seeing as many videos right now, because I don't want to just give you a bunch of videos of grinding on this anvil. But you guys know how on this channel one project always leads to another, that leads to another, that leads to another to achieve a goal. And before you know it, we're down this big rabbit hole. Well, this project is no different. Now, what I have here, I have this whetstone here on this hazard fraught grinder. It had a plastic worm gear on it that's stripped right out. That's no good to me the way it is. It's useless to me. Over here, I have a drill press that was given to me with a good motor, good pulleys, but somehow they bent the bar that the chuck runs on. So I'm sitting here racking my mind. What can I do to make this process a little bit easier and a lot more accurate? I also have, where'd we go? Oh, I also have some 3/4 inch Acme rod that I picked up a long time ago. In fact, it was long enough ago to where the surface rust on the nuts have kind of locked those on there. I have some angle iron. I have some bearings. And I'm sitting here talking to myself, well, what the hell can I do? I'm thinking, now this may be a crackhead idea and it might not work. I might get into it and say, oh, this is stupid. But I'm wondering if I can make myself a bit of a surface grinder with a whetstone. Now, I'm going to obviously need some water dripping on that thing to keep the stone from clogging up and to keep the anvil face cooled off. But I just think I'm just running ideas through my head, you know. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to see if this is even a feasible thing. And I'm going to start by trying to get this guy off of here because it's useless to me the way it is. I would actually be better off pulling the actual metal worm gear off of there. I don't get that. Why would you make a metal worm gear coming off of the shaft of the grinder and then put a plastic one on this shaft? Absolutely stupid. But I'm thinking this might work out for us. So hold that thought and let's see what happens. It looks like this is pretty simple to get off of there. It's like 4 Allen head screws. So I got my handy dandy chainsaw tool set. You wouldn't believe how handy these tools are for just about everything in the world. Bought those years ago, a $50 set. One of my best purchases. One more to go, and let's see what we get here. You know, I don't even know if it's so much I like getting anything done. I just like to putter, it seems. But you know, puttering's like a lost art. Just dicking around is a lost friggin' art. But it's such an important art, you know? So I talked to a machinist buddy of mine today, and they don't have anything hard enough to take care of that mill face, or that anvil face, excuse me. So we're kind of getting creative because of that, which, to be honest with you guys, I think I have more fun building stuff to get things done, if it works out, that is. I know I get some wild hair ideas, and this is definitely one of them. We can get this wiring harness out of here. You know what? That light would be handy mounted right over this bench. See that? Always thinking, guys. Always thinking. There. Power supply already. We have a switch already. We're living high on the hog. Now if I can find a wrench big enough to get that off of there, we'll be in good shape. Okay, so I was going to end this video on a different note. I have not had a lot of time lately to make videos. It's been a lot going on. And this fall is shaping up to be a real busy one. So that's why you're not seeing as many videos. Unfortunately, there's just always something else I need to be doing. I have to get done before snow flies. And I pretty much, everything I run the camera for is pretty much in this shop now. And that's simply because a lot of the other videos, they kind of hurt the channel more when it comes to view counts, things like that. You know, some of you are diehard. There's about 1,600 of you guys that are pure diehard will watch everything I put out. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, that doesn't always cut it. But so that's why you don't see quite as many videos. So anyway, I have no idea if this is going to work out what I'm trying here. I'm going to try to make a kind of a surfacing grinder for that. Something that sits on the frame, sits over top of the anvil, something I can adjust up and down and adjust side to side. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to work. We're just going to give it a shot, see what happens. I've got a bunch of crap kicking around here. We'll try to make something. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it. If it looks like it's going to be too much of a pain in the ass to build, I will probably just keep doing what I'm doing, which I will anyway. Keep grinding down. I've got quite a bit of it ground to where I want, but now I'm getting to the point where I want it nice and true. Now, there's going to be some voids I have to fill, things like that, you know, spots I missed welding. And sometimes it's just what you get, if you're me anyway. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We're going to go down this path as far as it takes us. If it looks like it's going to be too much of a pain in the ass, if I get into a 3-week project just to make something to save me a couple hours of grinding, it'll be a no-go, but we'll just see what happens. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one.